Alabama offensive lineman Tyler Booker joins us each week, courtesy of Roback. Get all your great game day gear, golf gear, amazing pullovers, and pants at Roback.com. Use code TNR20 for 20% off your initial order at Roback.com. Hello, Book. How are you today?
I'm well. How you guys doing?
Doing awesome. Thank you very much. Obviously, it was not a good night in Norman. That was, I know, not the standard you expect or the fans expect, and it is difficult to boil it down to what went wrong. But as best you can, what went wrong in Norman for you guys?
We didn't execute, and we didn't stack plays consistently. We made good plays throughout the game, but we didn't stack them, and that's what went wrong.
How was the practice this week leading up to the Oklahoma game?
It was a good week of practice. Yeah, we had a good week of practice. We just had to be able to translate what we learned from practice and learn during the game to the field.
It seems like, Tyler, we've had this discussion once before this year that coming off the Georgia game, the challenge was the old rat poison, handling success. I think Coach Deion Sanders said it about his team's loss this week. They got intoxicated with success. Have you seen that within your locker room as a leader of this team? Have you guys had a hard time handling success, and if so, why?
No, I'm not gonna say we had a hard time handling success. I feel like where we go wrong, where we fall short, is we're worried about external factors, and external factors being the postseason. And what we have to realize, what we have to do better with, is treating every game like a one season game, just going 1-0 every week. And that's something that we preach, but that's something that we have to continue to enforce. Like, there is no tomorrow unless we conquer today. And that's our mindset from here on out.
Obviously, the college football playoff aspect was out there. I mean, did you feel pressure on that? I mean, has there been any talk about that? Is it anything you've even paid attention to that you guys, a lot of people thought were in the playoffs and a loss knocks you out?
No. No, that's something that we can't do. We can't allow external factors to change how we play. Like, our play and our motivation and our determination to go out and win has to come from within.
Have you guys sat down and watched the film together yet?
Yes.
Just one play in general, and I know that you guys consider him a leader in the locker room, or I assume you do. But the pick six from Jalen, it looked like he put forth zero effort on making the tackle, trying to track the guy down. It looked like he had just tapped out.
So whenever we watch film, we watch cut-ups of the game, and that's not something that we really analyze. So, but I know whenever Jalen steps on the field, he's going to give his all every single play. We're going to give whatever he has in the tank every single play. That's what I do know. But that play specifically, we didn't watch that exact play all the way through, so I can't give you a clear answer on that.
They had a bye week before you guys did. Was there anything that you guys saw in the blocking that you had to perform that was different from Oklahoma that they maybe haven't installed? Was there anything that confused blocking combinations up front?
No, we knew what we had a good grasp of what they were going to do. Obviously, just like every week, they're going to bring something that we haven't seen before, but we have to be able to adjust and perform on the field. At the end of the day, it comes down to execution. There's a lot of plays where we have a hat on the hat, but we need to just strain and sustain blocks, and everybody on the team just has to be better. We have to finish better. We have to continue to stack plays better. From me, I would say, I personally have to be better. There's some plays that I could have made that possibly could have changed the outcome of the game, and Jalen would sit up here and tell you the same thing. Malachi would sit up here and tell you the same thing. Deontay would come up here and tell you the same thing. So there's just a lot of places where we have to get better, and that's what we're excited about for tomorrow morning, going out to practice. Like, we have an opportunity to get better tomorrow. So Oklahoma happened. There's nothing we can do about it now, but what we can work on and focus on is getting better tomorrow morning and making sure that what happened this past weekend doesn't happen this coming weekend.
When I was a kid, most of the Alabama and Auburn players in this rivalry game were from the state of Alabama or connecting states. Because of the great success of Coach Saban at Alabama, guys like you have come down here and become a part of this rivalry. This season hasn't gone exactly the way you wanted it. What's the buy-in? Tell the Alabama fans, what's the buy-in in this rivalry game this weekend, Alabama and Auburn, from your perspective as a leader?
The Iron Bowl is one of the biggest rivalries in sports. You know, like whenever you come to Alabama, whenever you leave, all the alum they talk about what was your record against this team, and this team, and those teams are Tennessee, LSU, and Auburn. So this is a game that means a lot to not just us as like being in the program, but everybody who has ever watched the Iron Bowl, everybody who's a supporter and a fan of Alabama, all the alumni. So this game means a lot. Like this is one of the biggest rivalries in sports, and us understanding that, we know that we have to go out and have a great week of practice in order to succeed and compete to the best of our ability.
As a team captain, whether it be a young player or a team, maybe like Damani Jackson that has not been in this program forever, how much do you have to educate those teammates about that mindset in the Iron Bowl?
Obviously, we're educating them, but we're not doing anything above and beyond. Like, oh, sit down, you got an Iron Bowl class today. Like they understand what the Iron Bowl is. Like I said, it's one of the biggest rivalries in sports, and they understand. Everybody who's new understands that. Like whenever Alabama's playing, you're going to get somebody's best shot, and whenever you're playing a rival, that's going to be multiplied times 10. So they understand what they're in store for this coming weekend.
I didn't try real hard at Jacksonville State, but the Iron Bowl class I would sign up for. That would be a fun class to take, Buck.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you can explain it. I guess you probably can't, but I describe this team as schizophrenic. How bad the play was in the second half against Tennessee, how bad it was Saturday night against Oklahoma. But on the flip side, the Missouri game, the LSU game. I mean, you guys at times look like the best team in college football. I mean, is there a way to explain how you guys can be so good and so average, over a course of a couple of weeks?
Inconsistency. Like I mentioned earlier, we have the ability to make the plays. We made plays during the Oklahoma game. We just have to be able to stack them and consistently stack them and understand that it takes all 11. It takes all 11 every single play. Like there were plays where the offensive line did a great job and the blocking on the perimeter was what it should have been. And there were plays where the wide receivers were wide open, but we allowed pressure and Jalen couldn't go through his reads all the way. So we all just have to make sure that all 11 are doing their job at the same time. But like you said, we have the potential to be one of the most explosive offenses and one of the best teams in the nation. But potential is nothing if you don't live up to it. So, like I said, going into practice this week, we're very excited to work and get better and live up to that potential this weekend. So we're looking forward to getting better tomorrow.
Well, he is Tyler Booker, the Alabama offensive lineman. Iron Bowl coming up Saturday. Thanksgiving before that. We wish you a great Thanksgiving, Book. I know you love to eat, so get some good food, my man.
Will do. Y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. Thank you. That is Tyler Booker with us, the Alabama offensive lineman. CoverCrimson.com. CoverCrimson.com for all your Alabama coverage. Great original programming there on the YouTube channel, the Cover Crimson YouTube channel. Lance was part of one of the shows yesterday. You can go back and watch that on demand. And also the CoverCrimson.com website. $1 for the first month. Enjoy the message board and everything else there at CoverCrimson.com.